Are you looking to learn how to make a needle felted fairy? If so, then you're on the right video because today I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to make one and more. Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video, how to make a needle felted fairy. My name is Iceland, and on this channel, Snowflake Forest Felting, I share needle felting videos, have needle felting tutorials like this one, and share product reviews from time to time. So if you're new and this interests you, please consider subscribing. And if you want to know more about anything you see here on this channel, be sure and check the links in the description below this video or leave a comment. I'd love to connect with you there. To start, I'm going to show you everything you need to make one. So first you're going to need your wool, and in the colors of your choice. These are what I have chosen to do my fairy in, so I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown of them. I have the greens for her outfit, some gold for her hair, and then the bone color for the inside of her face and body, and then some peachy skin tone to cover that. Fairy wings are shimmery, so I've got my shimmer colors here. And then I have this blush color for her rosy cheeks, some black to help with the facial features, and then a pair of scissors to make your creation look complete. And remember, I'm going to have all this stuff linked down in the description below for you. You can learn more there. Now, let's get to felting. Alright, to begin, go ahead and get your felting needle out. Get your bone colored wool. And we're going to start by creating her head. So you're going to want it ball shaped. And you can see here, I'm leaving a little bit of it loose at the end. We're going to need that extra wool to attach the head to the body. You're going to want to felt her head from all angles and make it as round as possible. Just like so. So continue this process until you have a nice felted, firm, round head. Alright, once her fairy head is looking nice and round and is super felted firm, you're going to want to begin to create her body. You can put your head aside. This is going to just kind of be oval, egg-shaped. Felt those little pieces together. And then I'm also going to want to create the lower part of her body, her hips, which will be a little bit wider. So I'm going to add some wool onto the bottom. So then she is looking pretty hourglass. And now you're going to want to make her body all nice and firmly felted. You're also going to want to think as far as body and head shape, and that neither of them are out of proportion. So if you need to add a little wool to make her body a hint bigger. And then the other thing to consider is that you might want her to be a little bit chested and to have a little bit of a booty. So you want a little extra wool on the back side and a little extra wool on her front side. And then you're also going to want to continue to felt from all angles to keep your shape nice and round, and so her body doesn't become too flat either. And then just continue felting until her body is nice and firm too. And if you need to be adding wool because it's felting down too small, don't be afraid to do so. Alright, now that you've got your body felted, it is time to attach the head. So you're going to want to pull the wool all apart, remove any excess, but not too much because this is going to be the important wool that will help get a nice firm attachment. So then go ahead and place it on the top of her, and then you're just going to continue to felt all around and completely attach the head nice and firmly. You can see she's starting to look like a doll. Alright, now that you have the head attached to the body, you're going to want to grab your peachy wool color and you're going to want to begin to cover her. You don't have to cover her completely because you'll end up putting hair on the back. So just cover the front part of her face. And then you're also going to want to cover the top part of her shoulders and on her back some, in the places where the dress will not be covering it. And then you're going to want to make sure that you're felting this to look nice and smooth, and then just continue this process until all the peachy wool is felted. Go ahead and set your doll aside, and now it's time to start felting her arms and her legs. So this, we're just going to start with a little bit of the peachy wool. Since this is a super thin part, it doesn't require a lot of wool, and you don't need to do an inside color first. You're going to want the shoulder top part to be fatter and get narrower towards the hand. Leave a piece for attaching at the top, and then we're also going to grab a little bit to make her hand. Kind of ball it and then attach it as well. So just continue this until the arm is nice and firm, and then you're going to want to repeat it and create the other one. You can see I'm rolling it along here as I'm felting it. This definitely helps keep the round shape. Alright, and then you're going to want to make sure that your other arm is matching the same. You can go ahead and put your arms aside now, and then it's time to start working on the legs. So this is a pretty similar process, except you're going to want to make them a little thicker than the arms, and you're going to want to make the feet bigger. So go ahead and use the same process we did for making the arms. You want to keep a tip of it for the attachment, and then attach the foot. And then you're going to want to create kind of an L shape with her feet. And then get the other one started too. And then just continue felting these pieces until they are nice and firm. Can't stress how important it is when you're felting these to make sure that they look identical. Alright, now it's time to start attaching the extremities. I'm going to start with the shoulders. So you're going to want to fray the part you saved to attach as much as possible. Remove any extra, and then begin to felt the arm in right at the neck and shoulder line. And then you're going to want to take a bit of your peach and add it across the top like so, and felt this as well. That's going to help secure it and also give the shoulder its broadness and make her look like one complete piece. Bit more of the extra and add it from the underside. This is going to help secure that arm right onto her. And then do the same for the other side. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and give her some little shoes. So take the color of wool that you're going to want her shoes to be, and then you're just going to wrap it around the little foot, and you're going to want to leave the top of it exposed just a little bit so it makes it look like a slipper. And the best way to do this is starting at the top of the foot, and you're going to want to felt down. If you felt too much from the bottom up, it'll pierce the wool through and you'll see green on the top of her foot, and you don't want to do that. You want to leave that exposed. So just very lightly on the sole of the foot, pierce it, and be careful not to go too deep. And then she'll have a little shoe just like that. And repeat it for the other foot. And there you should have two little legs with feet. Now I'm going to grab my other felting pad and I'm going to start to create. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please be sure and give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And if there's something you think that I should felt next, leave it down in the comments below. I might just make it. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!